Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? It is, what day is it? I don't even know anymore. It's Tuesday, June 11th. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. I am going to start off with some serious. I do not know if you all know or not, but our dear friend Clobby from Clobbering Times is in the hospital. He had a cardiac arrest and that is all I know. He is in ICU, but that is all I know. So if you would like to keep up on the what's going on, his son is posting on his Twitter. I'm going to post that right here. So if uh oops, nope, that's not the right one. That's my sorry about that, guys. Let me make sure I get the right link here. Okay. For uh, updates on Clobby. Go to here. Okay. So that's where you're going to get the accurate information um from his son, who is the one making the updates. You can leave messages there uh for Clobby, um and even encouragement for his family while they're going through this. So yes, let's please keep your thoughts and prayers and send any positive vibes down to the Louisiana way for Clobby. We met him when we were on our trip. He is truly a dear and genuine sweet man. Um, so please lift him up in your thoughts and prayers. Okie doke. Thank you guys for that. And let's see. I have already done my stuff on Twitch. I have now over here on YouTube. I don't even know a poll to I'm not I'll let me see if I can figure out a poll. Let me go ahead and share this. I can't share it on Threads because I don't know my password. It's not on this computer. So we'll just share it to YouTube to Twix right now. Twitch.tv Mrs. Dadman Walking. Gosh, I wish I picked a shorter name. So there we go. Um, okay, so we got that done. Let me make sure I haven't. What's the date today? I know what the date is. I told you guys the date. What's my problem? It's the 11th. Let's see if we can figure out a poll here because well, no, it's not the 12th. I don't want the 12th. Why did you give me the 12th? I want the 11th. Oh, okay. Here's a poll for us. Start a poll. I like this type of corn best. Whole kernel, creamed. Is that what it's called? Creamed corn? Yeah. Acts like it's been beat up. Corn on the cob and Mexican street corn. You guys have never had Mexican street corn? Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's our poll. Oh, I spelled kernel wrong, I guess. I like this type of corn best. Whole kernel creamed corn. Whole kernel creamed corn, corn on the cob, or Mexican street corn. And there is our poll today. Yes, our poll is about corn. So let's go ahead and look at our chat here real quick. Okie dokie. We have Dead Man Walking. Morning, Miss. Love you. And have a great stream. I love you too. And I hope you have a great day at work. We have a Snortopoopus cuber. Hello, humans and other critters. Hello to you. I hope you are doing well today. We have some hellos. We have Sci-Fi Mombies. Good morning. Good morning to you. And yes, as we had said earlier, prayers and healing thoughts for the great Clobby. We have Jerry Mendoza. Hello, Jerry. How are you? Stream Elements has come to tell everybody we're live, like duh. And we have Tina the Naughty Dragon. Hello. I hope you are doing well this morning. And some talking back and forth. And as I did post. I will actually pin this to the top of the chat so that it will be there for everyone to see. It won't get lost. So updates on Klobby, go to his Twitter page. His son is updating it. And we have S from O. Good morning to you. Snortopoopus, what would you feed a polar bear? Well, the obvious answer is whatever it wants. That's what you'd feed a polar bear. And Tina says, I'd feed a polar bear into a sausage making machine. Sausage. Yes, corn. And bad dragon. Popped corn. I didn't think of popped corn. That would have been a good one. Yes, elotes. And I think I said hello to Max. Hello, Max. How are you? And there were grits. Yep. I was thinking more of corn in its somewhat curdled form. And we have B from O. That's why I like this out of the list best, not what is my most favorite corn, because it's never on the list. I have a story. My niece was allergic to corn, and I was watching her when she was little, and I asked her mom what she could have as a snack. And I looked straight at my sister and said, "Can she have popcorn?" And my sister kind of looked at me like I had three heads. And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Popped corn?" And I knew she had an allergy to corn. And I went, "Oh, I'm sorry." My brain stopped working for a moment. So yes. Oh, well, Tina's having polar bear sausage, and Snortopoopus is having dragon rump roast. Yum, 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 yum. And Jerry Mendoza says fish. That probably was a comment to something I said, but I have forgotten what it is already. You're here, you couldn't sleep, you were cooking. I understand. You like corn in future contracts. Well, I hope you get them. I hope you get them. A Mexican street corn is amazing, just saying. Yes, Esprimo, it is. That, I love all of them, but I would pick Mexican street corn out of that list. Let's check the poll real quick just to see how it is going here. Corn on the cob is at 80%. Cream corn and Mexican street corn are at 10%. Very interesting that whole kernel corn is just not on there. Very, very interesting. Well, here we go. Team Park Streamers is trying to raise $7,500 for Children's Hospital of Orange County, which is on the West Coast. So far, they raised 5,215. They started, I think, with $100 goal, and then moved it to 300. Then I believe 500, then 1,000, then 3,000, then 5,000, and now they're at 7,500. Let's try to help them reach this goal. If you have already donated or can't donate, you can still help them. If you take the link that's on this thing, and if you could just share it out, um, maybe there's some other people that can, share 5. Some people have even donated $1. That's all they could do. And I think that's wonderful. But if you can't, share this out on social media, and help get more people to hear about it. Hey, Brogu, how are you? The party has now started. Brogu is here. Brogu is here. Yay! And I'm just looking to get through the chat. Okay. So we are done with that. Let me do something here real quick, just so I'll be ready for the next slide when it occurs. There we go. Okay. I can make it large screen right now. So what do we need to do? Oh, there's just so many buttons I have to push, and I actually have to kind of pay attention. It's very annoying. Well, you know what time it is. You know it. You love it. It's puzzle time. Pu- Da 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 da. Puzzle time. Da 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 da. Puzzle time. No, if you could see I'm kind of chair dancing. It's very, very frightening. No, Brogu. The party has now started. So here we go. Let's put this up on the screen. Apparently, I already went to the puzzle. We're doing the date. Here we go. Let me go back to where we should be. Let me go to the right thing here. We are doing the duo trigordal. The link is in the chat. I mean, in the about, where you can find this puzzle. It is duotrigordal.com. It's very, very simple. I had someone tell me there's like a kilo girdle now with like 1,000 words. Crazy. I haven't looked at it yet. I am going to look at it. I think all 14 people who are watching today. Yes, Snorter Poopers, you are puzzled now. Let me go ahead and remove the banner so you can see a little better. And let me remove this so you can see a little better there. So I think everything is good here. Why, why is that showing? That's weird. I've never had that bottom bar show before. Oh well. You see what I have? I have folders and Firefox and my there's my there's my show right there. There's PowerPoint, and I have Publisher and my Fortnite, Discord, and settings for some reason are sitting there. Okay, well here we go. I don't know how to get rid of that. So we're just going to go with it today, everybody, because it's not hindering the show. So sorry about that. I don't know how to get rid of that. You have to be smarter than the computer, and I am not. So what word should we do today? Should we do audio or audio? Which ones do you guys think? Oh, wow, I have 2 more subscribers. You're up to t I'm up to 2 for thank you, Dadman, my numbers guy. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Apparently, those subscribers have not gone away, so we are doing good. So 7 more to 250, halfway to monetization on YouTube. I have a little kitty here saying hello. Um, so we are going the first word we're gonna do is I believe adieu. And I got to remember how to spell it. Adieu. Adieu, which I do not want you to do. So adieu. There's an I and an E. An I is in the third spot, and E is not in the fourth spot. So what word can we do today? Let's do crime. Crime. Okay, that obviously the E is, well, not obviously, but I did think E would be at the end. So we have crime with E at the end. I always try to put the E at the end as early as possible because a lot of words end in E, and that way it clears it across the board. It gives it wherever it's at. There's little tricks that I do. I try to use all the vowels at the beginning. I try to at least get S in there somewhere at some point, and T because they're both common letters used. So C cannot be at the beginning. So we have blank, blank I, blank E. The C is not in the first part. So it could be, I don't know. It could be time to do a celebration day. Oh, it's National Making Life Beautiful Day. And this is from daysoftheyear.com. It is a website where I get my celebrations. There's 2 other websites that I do, which are nationaltoday.com and nationaldaycalendar.com. So that if you want to look further into these, they are in my in the about description or whatever on this stream. So Making Life Beautiful Day is a special celebration. It focuses on appreciating those who contribute to making our lives and the world around us more beautiful. It is a time to recognize the impact of beauty in various forms, from the arts to simple acts of kindness. The day was established, of course, by A Priori Beauty, a company known for its organic beauty products. To encourage people to see their inner beauty and to celebrate those who add beauty to our life. The importance of this day lies in its call for everyone to contribute to making life beautiful, whether through creating art, building positive relationships, or simply doing one's job with care and dedication. Each person can add something beautiful to the world. So, National Making Life Beautiful Day. Does anybody have a word? Slice. Slice. That's a good word. Did it? Oh wow, let's see. We got twice, price, and slice. So let's try twice first because that was the first one that was suggested. So let's try twice. TWICE. It is not twice. But the C is in the other thing, so we are in the right direction. So the next one is price, PRI. Whoop, can't do that one. There's a yellow, so up there's an R in the second spot for crime. So that's why price can't work. But let's try slice. Hello, Penny. How are you today? Your grandson is with you. Will you have a wonderful time with your grandson? And it is not slice. It is not twice. It is not slice. It is, I don't know. Um, Hmm. I don't choice? I don't know what this word. I didn't think that was a word. Okay, we need another voice. S from O, that is a good one. I never would have gotten that word. I never would have gotten that word. Voice, VOICE. Let's hear the voices. Voice. If I had my microphone, I'd hold it up to, I'm trying to get her away. Oh, she's fine. Up to, the cat. She purrs so loud. So voice was the word. Thank you so much, S from O. I never would have gotten that. Well, I can't say never. Never's a long time, isn't it? But it would have been hard for me to get that word. Today is National Corn on the Cob Day from nationaltoday.com. Some call it a corn stick. No, I don't know of anybody who has ever called corn on the cob a corn stick, but I love that word. Others go with sweet pull. There's no way I would ever call corn on the cob sweet pull, but we like to call it amazing, especially when you use those cute plastic corn cob holders. National Corn on the Cob Day falls on June 11th, which is the perfect pre-summer date. Although for most home gardens, mid-June is still too early for the harvest. But you can't blame anyone for being in a hurry. The sweetness doesn't hang around for very long. It has to be picked at its freshest, otherwise there's a risk of nothing really. It's just slightly less incredible tasting. Note, if you plan on doing the picking yourself, there's a trick to spotting when the corn is ready. During the milk stage, the kernels are still soft, and this is nature's way of saying, come and get it. Boil it, steam it, roast it, or grill it. There's no wrong or right method as long as it stays on that cob. So, National Corn on the Cob Day. That's why we did the poll today. So, enjoy some corn today. Especially on the cob if you can. Not everybody can eat it on the cob. So it's, um, um, you know, do the best you can. Okay, sorry, I got a little distracted. Yeah, we have 14 people watching, 13 on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to hit that like button for me. And yes, Jerry, pass the butter. I have got a trick for buttering corn on the cob. I don't know where I got it, but I love it. You put butter on just like a white piece of bread, you know, nothing fancy. And then I pour a little salt on it so it's salted too. And then you take your whole cob, you just wrap the bread around it and kind of roll around it. The whole thing gets buttered perfectly. And then you have this lovely buttered piece of bread at the end, if you so desire to eat it. So have we thought of anything with this word? Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I don't normally put these up. Sorry. Cream corn can makes you go to the bathroom. Cream corn, I like cream corn in things. Sometimes, um, instead of using whole kernel corn, I'll use cream corn to flavor something. Chaff. Okay, let's try it. Whoops, CHAFF. It was chaff. Very good match. And then we have a LAME, lame, with the front letter. Um, Jerry, pass that butter. Corn sticks we pull. If I ever heard anyone refer to an ear of corn by either of those terms, I would seriously contemplate devoting my life to making their life miserable. The only one I could see is a kid. I could see a kid, bless you, calling it a corn stick because kids love to make descriptive words of what they eat. But I just don't know. I just couldn't seriously say, "Ooh, I'm having a corn stick." But who knows? To each his own, right? Who are we to wait a second, let me get this. Who are we to blame? BLAME. Blame. And then we have an L in the second, an U and an F. For the rest of the words, our next day is Forklift Safety Day from National Day Calendar. Uh, Today's National Day provides opportunities for manufacturing, warehouses, logistics, and other industries that rely on forklifts to reassess their forklift training and safety guidelines. I have was in a warehouse where someone did have a forklift accident. The brake stopped working and it crashed into the wall, and their foot happened to be not where it was supposed to be, and it was not good. So yes, for safety, all safety and whatever equipment you use, do not get lackadaisical. Forklifts are an integral part of industry and commerce around the world. The operators who move products from the warehouse to trucks to the loading dock keep goods moving across the country. Without forklift operators, much of the work needed to move pallets of parts, finished products, and food would be time-consuming and extremely dangerous. Luckily, forklifts do the heavy lifting, but with that heavy lifting, the importance of using safety becomes paramount. National Forklift Safety Day. Everyone be safe, whatever equipment you use. Whatever equipment you use. We've already done that. So let's see. Flung. Ooh, flung. Flunk. Well, let's see. What's the first one? Fluff. Yes, Max. The kids get a waiver, but adults, yes, unless they're harking back to their youth. But yes, just to seriously call it a corn stick, I don't know. So let's try fluff. Nope, it can't be fluff. Let's try flunk. Whoops, that's not the right. Let's try flunk from S from O. Flunk. It is not flunk, but it's FLUN. And then the next one was a flung from B from O. It was flung. Our next one has an R with an O and a D. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to need to eat a few peanuts. Give me a second. So sorry. Harkening is no excuse. Okay, we have an R in the second, an L and a D. I'm gonna let you guys try to figure this out while I'm chewing peanuts. I'm sorry, my sugar just dropped. Thank you guys. I'm trying to figure out what this word could be. There's an R in the second. That's it. There's an O and a D. And the letters that are left, oh, no, there's a D. There's a D in it because I was thinking of a word. Okay, for S from O, you need to help us think of this word. You got voice. You're our go-to person today. U and B from O. You're my helpers today. Today is a National Call Your Doctor Day. And that's from, give me 1 second here. And that's from Days of the Year. National Call Your Doctor Day is a nudge for women everywhere to prioritize their health by scheduling their yearly Well Woman exam. The day sprang into action in 2016 thanks to Bright Pink, a nonprofit organization with a strong focus on preventing breast and ovarian cancer. The significance of this day cannot be overstated. Many women put health checks on the back burner, and studies show that only a very small fraction of adults get all the recommended preventative services. Bright Pink's establishment of National Call Your Doctor Day seeks to change this, especially considering that regular exams from age 21 can include crucial checks like pelvic exams, pap tests, and breast examinations. These are all part of the Well Woman exam and are critical to catching potential health issues early. So, National Call Your Doctor Day from daysoftheyear.com. Does anybody have a word? Hey, Bucky. There is a something to do with yarn today, Bucky, but I can't share it yet. So I will hang around, lurk, watch our memes. Our memes are related to something like that today. Droop. Let's try droop. Who said droop? Max writes, oh, pro. So let's. Nope, that's not a word. So let's try droop. Whoops, not that. Droop. It was droop. Then we have swore because it only has one letter left. Then we have a C, an IR in the third and fourth, and then an A and an I. So let's see. Droopy. I think droopy has two P's. Jerry, where does the D go? That sounds like a song. Where does the D go? Da, 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 da. Sorry. Bucky says, "Hello, everyone. I have been lurking. I was looking up when a National Knitting Day is, and June 8th was Knit in Public Day. Sad to have missed it, but every day is Knit in Public Day for me anyway." And hello to you. And we have hellos. And so this, Karen, and then we have A at the beginning, E at the end, and an ISL. Like I say, today has something to do with yarn. Yarn Day. There's not that many more celebrations today. So let's see. Yes, thank you. It is. It is. So what is that word? Let me see if I can look up what that word means because I really don't know. A mound of okay. A hern is how it's pronounced, is a mound of rough stones built as a memorial or landmark, just to typically on a hilltop or a skyline. It's also a breed of a small terrier with short legs and longish body and shaggy coat. And Sashi, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. I hope everything is doing well where you are at. We are at the puzzle stage of our show, puzzles and celebrations, really. So that was, I'll thank you guys, Max and Esramo and Max and Max. Max, let's see, Max, Esramo, Max and Max. Max, I hope everything's okay. Hope everything's okay. So here is our next one. There is an E, but there is an R, V, and L. There's an R, V, and L. So let's see, what have we done? Uh let's do a national German chocolate cake. Excuse me. Let me grab a drink of water. National German Chocolate Cake Day. On June 11th, we celebrate the delicious food holiday known as National German Chocolate Cake Day. We can't think of a better way to learn about a cake with American roots and get our chocolate fix for the day at the same time. Although the name may sound like the cake originated in Germany, German chocolate cake did not. In fact, the cake's roots can be traced back to 1852 when American Sam German made a type of dark baking chocolate for the American Baker's Chocolate Company. Baker's German sweet chocolate brand was named in honor of Sam German. Over 100 years later, in 1957, a recipe for German's chocolate cake appeared as the recipe of the day in the Dallas Morning Star. This recipe, created by Mrs. George Clay, used Baker's German's sweet chocolate. Obviously, it became quite popular. During this time, General Foods owned Baker's brand and distributed excuse me, Mrs. Clay's recipe to other newspapers around the country. The current name of German chocolate cake, as we know it today, came to be as publications started dropping the possessive, the apostrophe S. So enjoy German Chocolate Cake Day. That was from nationaldaycalendar.com. And let's see. Revel, yes, a revel. I am reveling in this. Revel. Then we have D blank ing. Um, Jerry, are you talking about the cake? I don't understand where that comment is referring to. If you could, so we have prowl. Whoops, let's spell it correctly. And then we have a blank, a blank M blank with a G going somewhere. I think there's a lot of double letters in this one. A lot of double letters. You thought about it with the country. A lot of people do mistake German chocolate cake for having come from um, Germany, but it did not. It came from America, created by a chocolate that was created by a man whose last name was German. I didn't know it was a last name either. That's really, really cool. Oh, it could be magma. I thought of a completely different word. Ooh, let's try magma. Let's see if that will work. Let me find my mouse here. M-A-G-M. You know what word I was thinking? It was magma, by the way. I was thinking of gamma, Gamma. And this one has poser. Don't be a poser. And then we have FOO and then a TY, footy. And then we have URGED, urged. And FIELD, field. They say they get really easier near the end. This one has a HE in the second and third, and then a WTA for the other letters. Let's go to our second to the last celebration. The last one will be when we do our memes. It's Say Hi Day. Say Hi Day is an annual holiday celebrated in memory of Joseph Anthony Sinodi, a special needs teen who died at the age of 15. He made a habit to greet everyone he met throughout his life, and his upbeat personality endeared him to his neighborhood. Say Hi Day is a public awareness campaign that aims to remind people that one simple word can improve someone's day, bring a smile to their face, or shift their mood. A simple welcome can start a train of reactions of positive context and make all the difference. This is a United States holiday. There are some countries where you don't even look at each other. You don't say hi, you walk, you get to where you're going. But yes, say hi day. Here in the United States, it would be okay. So yes, from nationaltoday.com. Wheat. WHEAT. Let's see where we are. We have wheat. And Max, if I didn't say so, have a good rest. Have a good rest. We say bonjour in France. Yep. I think a lot of that day is just to just to say hello, however you can say hello. We have wheat. We have livid. We have fancy. We have CLA. Uh, knowing the English language, SH. It has to be SH. Clash. And I'm going to go down to the next row here. Then we have a bunny. Is that not adorable? Like I say, a lot of then we have a bossy bunny. And oh, this one just has a U at the beginning, a T at the end, and a C and an N. Are the letters that are not used. Uncut, yes. And then we have S-A, a P, and then a Y at the end. So we will say sappy. And then we have an A, a D, a blank, an E, and an R. I have a cable hanging. I have a little monitor and I have a little cable hanging from my computer to the monitor, and the cat keeps it's using it as a rubbing a rubbing hole. And so I keep looking. If I seem distracted, I've got this wonderful cat just saying, "Give me attention." And I am. Adder, a snake. Does anybody remember that show? It had Rowan Atkinson in it, Black Adder. Oh my gosh, that show was so funny. You know, he did different times in history, his relatives, Adder. And then we have an E and the second a Y at the end and an NRD, which is probably a lot of us here. I am visiting family, and this is their cat, obviously. Well, it makes me want to have a cat. I forgot how I really did like cats. We have nerdy, and then we have UNTA. And whenever there's a U in the second spot and I don't know what the word is, I always stick a Q at the beginning to see if that's it. And it is not it. I have no idea what this word is. Oh, uh, oh, I didn't see that there. I would have put that in first. I do know that is a word. Junta. Junta. I don't know how to pronounce it, but junta. What does that word mean? Sometimes I know words, but I don't know what they mean. A military or political group, junta, that rules a country after taking power by force. Junta. And we have evict, E-V, oops, E-V-I-C-T, evict. And then let's go all move down here and let's see what we have. Then we have, I believe these are our last 4 words, everybody. Woohoo! We are doing this in record speed today. It is 48 minutes into the show, 10:48 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. If you guys have not heard, Clobby is uh, from Clobbering Times had a cardiac arrest and is in the hospital. If you would like updates on that, I have pinned at the top of the channel, top of the chat, his Twitter account. His son is updating as he can. So to get the most updated and accurate information, I would recommend going over there to check it out instead of other places. Not that they'll be incorrect, but just so that you can get the accurate information from the source. And Sashi says, Sashi says, I don't have a cat. My neighbor's cat hangs out at my place and occasionally takes offenses at my typing on the keyboard instead of petting her. Yes, yes, cats are can be very demanding. Um, I remember when we didn't have computers, but we had newspapers or books, and I would be reading a book, and the cat would literally climb over my arm and use the book as its resting spot so that I would give it attention. But I also like cats because they can be affectionate. Not all of them are, but they can be affectionate, but they're also independent. They sometimes are like, I want to be alone. Leave me alone. But yes. So this word is nylon. 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 And then we have scalp, maybe. Scalp. And then we have flyer. And then we have a beret, a hat. I think a very funny hat, which I used to wear. And we have completed our puzzle. Not in record time, though. I think our fastest solving it was 32 minutes, and this one was a little over 35. And let's see what our words are today. We have voice, chaff, blame, flung, droop, swore, kern, pile, revel, dying, prow, magma, poser, footy, urged, field, wheat, livid, fancy, clash, buddy, bossy, uncut, sappy, adder, nerdy, junta, evict, nylon, scout, flyer, and beret. Yes, it is a French hat. You are correct. So let's remove this, maybe, if I can find, there we go. Let's remove that. Let's go ahead and get all our little stuff here that we need to get put back up. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. There we go. I am not going to go ahead and put that up in the corner because, yeah, you won't be able to see what I want to see. Let's see, what do we need to do here? Okay, that's done. Let me do this. Okay. Let's close this. Let's find this. Let's move. Okay. I'm less one screen, so it's really fun doing some of this stuff. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see. Hello, JT Kirk. I hope you are doing well today. Yes, I didn't read down. Yay, I'm so happy for that. I am so happy for that. Ugh, I hope that they figured out what it was, fixed it, whatever. But I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Being in the hospital is difficult. Um, it's just sometimes I think you heal better at your own home. So I'm happy to hear that. There. Yeah, so everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about, that he so very good. So now it is time to celebrate birthdays. And let's move me the way I need to be, which is like that. There we go. June 11th birthdays. Happy birthday. If anybody is watching and their birthday's on June 11th, happy birthday. If anybody is in the chat and it's your birthday, happy birthday to you too. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. So let's look and see whose some birthdays are today. We have Claire Holt. Claire Holt is an actress. She is 36 years old. She is from Australia. She debuted as Rebecca in The Vampire Diaries. She also played Samara in Pretty Little Liars, Emma Gilbert in H2O, Just Add Water. She also was in Mean Girls 2 and has a black belt in Taekwondo, so don't mess with her. Claire Holt, 36 years old today. And JT Kirk says, Foxy. Oh, and our next actor is Peter Dinklage, 55 years old. He played in Tyronian Lannister in Game of Thrones. He was also in the films The Secret Agent, Elf, X-Men Days of Future Past, Pixels, Ice Age, Continental Drift, and Prince Caspian. Peter Dinklage, 55 years old. And we just have some talking back and forth in chat. I love it when the chat talks to each other, and I just think it is really cool. It is 56 minutes into the show, 10:56 in my neck of the woods, which is, as we know, the East Coast of the United States. We have a poll about corn, everybody. Corn. I should have that that viral audio of the kid that he was at a fair and how much he loved corn in an interview. Um, and yeah, so corn on the cob is in the lead. That's good because it's corn on the cob day. And Mexican street corn is second with creamed and whole kernel corn in third. Very good. Good poll. I'm glad everything has gotten um, a vote, and that makes me happy. Then our next person is he has endeared himself into onto the world. It is Shia LaBeouf's birthday. He's an actor. He's 38 years old. He played Lewis in Even Stevens and won an Emmy in there. He also did the Transformers series. He played in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He played Stanley Yelnats the fourth in Holes, and he played Faber in I, Robot. And then it became interesting. Shia LaBeouf, 38 years old today. And Gene Wilder, an actor, he passed away at 83 years old in 2016. Yes, yes, it's corn, a big lump with knobs. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. Yes. And then they made a song. Somebody did. Gene Wilder was nominated for an Oscar for his first I put Mayjoy, major film role in The Producers. He was Willy Wonka in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He was in two other Mel Brooks uh, movies besides The Producer, which were Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein. He started his film career playing a hostage in the 1967 feature Bonnie and Clyde. He has been in so many movies that I liked, enjoyed with Richard Pryor. Um, I just could not name them all. That's Frankenstein, I know. Young Frankenstein. I know, I'm just so disrespectful. He's been in so many movies. I enjoyed him. Um, and he is his one look and the meme that he is in everything is just fantastic. But Gene Wilder passed away at 83 years old, and it's Igor. Igor, yes, whose hump moved everywhere. So horses, 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 horses. What hump? Yes. And our next actor is Hugh Laurie, 65 years old. He played Dr. Gregory House in House MD. He also was in the TV series Blackadder, um, a bit of Fry and Laurie and Jeeves and Wooster, and some of the films that he was in is The Man in the Iron Mask, Stuart Little, Tomorrowland, and Holmes and Watson. Many people did not believe that he was British, that he was from England, because he affected the um, American accent so well. Oh my gosh, wait, sorry, that just sounds good. We have a popular type of pancake called a palm balik. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's a crispy pancake with a crusted peanut and cream corn filling, a crushed peanut and cream. Oh my gosh, that sounds, I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna look that up right now because that just sounds delicious. Oh, and ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, I am going to try. Let me remove this. And I'm going to try to show a picture of this because this looks absolutely delicious. Just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. So here we go. Oh, does that not look? That looks absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to leave that there just for a second because it looks so good. Thank you for sharing that, Sushi. Mm, delicious. Yum. I don't wanna lose that page because I want to, I'm gonna stick that. I'm just gonna minimize it there. There we go. Okay. We'll pop that back up there. It looks just absolutely delicious. And JT Kirk says, Dr. House is a top 5 TV show for me, and Hugh made the show. Yes. He also was in 100 he was in a lot of stuff too. 101 Dalmatian, was one of Cruella's goons. Yes, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor in Stir Crazy Silver Streak, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and Another You. And yes, that did look fantastic. And Sort of Poopus woke up, yum, 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 yum. Yes, I'm going to look at that recipe. I have a program on my computer called Recipe Keeper, and you can take stuff off the website and it'll put the recipe in and put all the information in. So yeah, I am going to. That looks really, really good. Excuse me. This next birthday is for Dadman because he likes sports ball. Con Air had a big support. You know, I have watched Con Air, and I honestly don't remember, but I'm sure when the movie was playing, I went, "Oh, Hugh Laurie, yay!" And then as soon as he was off screen, forgot because that's what I do. I liked Con Air. Sort of poop is stop showing yummy food. I'm trying to nap. No, because that looked absolutely delicious. Our next birthday today is Joe Montana, 68 years old today. He is a legendary San Francisco 49ers quarterback. He has 4 Super Bowl victories. He's a 3-time Super Bowl MVP and 8 times selected to the Pro Bowl. During his 4 Super Bowl appearances, he threw 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Joe Montana, 68 years old today, and there he is in that picture showing off his 4 Super Bowl rings. Wow. Joe Montana. And we have Joshua Jackson, an actor, 46 years old. He's from Canada. He's a Canadian American. He played Charlie Conway in the Mighty Ducks shows. He also played Pacey Witter in Dawson's Creek. And I know him as Peter Bishop in Fringe. He also played Cole Lockhart in The Affair. Joshua Jackson, 46 years old. And Snortopoopus says, aren't the humans yummy food for Snortopoopus? I don't know. And Dadman says, and Joe Montana ended up in Kansas City. Yes, he also played for, I'm going to say that's a typo. I know it's not. But Joe Montana also played for Notre Dame. Yes, he did. And Snortopoopus says, Dadman, shh, don't scare the prey. I know it's not a typo. I know it's not a typo. And our next birthday recipient is Kenjiro Suda, a voice actor, 53 years old. He is a prolific Japanese voice actor. He played Overhaul in My Hero Academia. He was also did voices in Chainsaw Man and Attack on Titan. He did voices for video games, Genshin Impact, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters 8, Great Evil God, the longest video game title ever. He also did multiple other animes and shows, but I did not list them because I think the ones here are pretty much the mainstream ones that people would know about. So, Kenjiro Suda, 53 years old today. It is 1 hour and 7 minutes into our show, 11:07 in my neck of the woods. And let's see how this poll is doing. It is still with 14 votes. We have 71 corn, 14% Mexican street corn, and 7% both for whole and cream kerneled corn. I have 243 subscribers. Thank you very, very much for that. We have 12 watching still. Thank you so much for that. And let's see how many likes we have. We have 12 likes. Thank you so much for that. Our next birthday today. Bye, Brogu. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good. What Broadway guy? Who are you talking about, Dad Man? Oh, that Broadway guy used to be on a Practical Jokers episode. I don't know who you're talking about. Our next birthday is Donnie Van Sant. He's a singer. He's a country musician. He is the lead singer of the Southern rock band 38 Special, an avid fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars. His brother Ronnie Van Zant was the lead singer of Leonard Skinner, and he was tragically killed in a plane crash. Donnie Van Zant. Hey, Dad Man, I hope you're still here. Like this next one's for you. See who that is? I did this one just for you when I saw it. It is Kang Ho-dong. He is one of the top Korean traditional wrestlers. He has since become a comedian and television personality. He is host of such shows as Star King, Knowing Brothers, or as it's advertised in this country, Men on Mission, and Let's Eat Dinner Together. Oh, it was that one back there. It was this, not that one. That guy? But we're going over to here. This, yes, when isn't a wrestler in like we think of wrestling, like he it is really cool how they wrestle. They have these ties around them and they have to hold on to the tie in a certain way. Oh, Joshua Jackson. Okay, excuse me. And then you would hold on to the ties, and then you have to try to flip them onto the ground. It's crazy. It's really, um, it's really fun to watch. Um, yes, Dad, man, I knew you would like that when I saw it. But one of his shows, Let's Eat Dinner Together, is really cool. They have him. There's two hosts, him and another person, which I don't remember their name right off the bat. Would go with a celebrity, and they literally would knock on people's doors and say, "Have you eaten dinner yet?" And they're so polite. Man, if I knew it was a celebrity at the door, I'd go, "No, I haven't eaten." I would throw all the dishes in the cupboard and say, "Let's eat again." But there's some of them are so polite, and they're like, "Yes, we've already eaten." But find somebody that hasn't eaten yet, and then they go to their house. They go in and they say, "Can we eat dinner with you?" So, they eat with just regular people and and talk and stuff like that. It's really a very, very interesting show. But yes, and he's um we watch him in Men on Mission especially, and he is very funny and one of our favorite hosts. So Kang Ho Dong, 54 years old today. He's your same age too, Dad man. Did you realize that? He was born in 1970 also. Isn't that cool? I saw that and I thought that was really cool. And our next person is Robert Munch, an author. Had and Sashi says Kenhiro Tsuda was a Fire Emblem in the anime Tiger and Bunny. He has done some. I just was looking at the works that he's done, and the amount that he did in a year to me was astonishing. Excuse me. Um, yeah, it was just was astonishing how he truly worked all the time. So Robert Munch, 79 years old, a Canadian children's author, he published a popular book, The Paperback Princess and Love You Forever, which is one of my most favorite books, and just thinking about it makes me want to cry. He was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and later settled in Canada. He was inaugurated into the Order of Canada and has a star on Canada's Walk of Fame. And Deadman responds to Snorter Poopa says, "Yes, we're fine wine." So Robert Munch, 79 years old today. And we have Jackie Stewart, a race car driver, 85 years old. Today he was nicknamed the Flying Scot, a three-time Formula One world champion. He has earned 27 wins, 43 spots on the podium, and 17 pole positions in his racing career. And interesting fact was he stopped formal schooling at the age of 16 due to dyslexia. It's so wonderful now that they have um, things that can help people with dyslexia, tips and how to study and give concessions where they're needed. Um, so that is really, really neat. And our last is Hazel Scott, a pianist, was born in 1920 and passed away in 1981 at 61 years old. Yes, the Flying Scot. That was what his Jackie Stewart was known as. I loved if you look at his race cars, I gotta show you. You can see the tartan in the seat cover on his helmet. I just think that's really cool. But Hazel Scott, a pianist, died at 61 years old. She was one of the greatest pianists of her time. She became a mainstay on the jazz scene. Um, she was offered a Juilliard scholarship at 9 years old. She contributed as much as Billie Holiday and Lena Horne did to the advancement of African American women. Hazel Scott passed away at 61 years old. Okay, it's the time. It's time to hear the last. Oh crap. Oh gosh. And it is Yarn Bombing Day. Yarn Bombing Day is celebrated on June 11th each year. Yarn bombing, also known as yarn storming, is a style of street art that involves crocheting or knitting patterns onto a public structure or a form such as benches or trees. Yarn bombing is considered a manner of reclaiming and beautifying public spaces because yarn does not damage property as spray paint does. This unique art trend began in 2011 to take knitting and crochet beyond caps and clothing to contribute color and meaning to urban environments. And that was nationaltoday.com. So, yes, it is Yarn Bombing Day. Um, so, uh, yeah. So, guess what? Our memes are about yarn and yarn bombing. So here's our first yarn bombing picture. Is that not adorable? It's on top of a British mailbox. And look at that. Yes, it is meme time. It's memes about yarn and yarn bombing. The work that goes into these to just display them. I actually was reading a story. I didn't put it in here, but there's a 100 and I think 1 year old British grandma who does yarn bombing and knits, and it's has beautified her village um, with her yarn creations um, displayed out in public on fences, benches, everywhere. So this is our first example of yarn bombing. And then we have really fine yarn when I need it for a project or because it's on sale or because it's pretty or because I want it. So see, I'm very, very selective when I buy yarn. So don't judge me. We have 12 people still watching. Thank you guys very much for this. And here is a massive yarn bombing right there. As you'll see, I'll have a yarn bombing picture and then I'll just have a little yarn meme. Some of these are very clever. A lady never discusses the size of her yarn stash. No, we try to hide it. Some of these are just amazing, the, yarn bombs. This one is it's a problem. Yes. Okay. That's insane. What, the yarn? That's outside? It just gets wet. It's yarn. It'll be okay. It'll just get wet and it'll dry. That's crazy. I love the, knitting ball of yarn and the knitting needles on the hood. Yes. And yeah, it just dries. It's just like fabric. It's like having a banner or something. It dries. What do you call yarn on a ship's hull? A I think I know, but oh gosh, yarnacles. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. 10 things I want in my life. Yarn, more yarn, friends with yarn, a big house for all my yarn, money for yarn, a husband a husband who is okay with yarn, a big car to fit my yarn, a room in my yarn and yarn. Yarn, yarn, yarn. I love this one. I love this one. This one to me is so clever. The snake on the bike rack. I yes, that's a dream. I love this one. I think that is so clever. And they have some where they have multiple ones and they all have different snakes designs on them. But this one really showed I love that one. And I'm like, how do they do that? They can't knit around it. And I saw what read an article and what they do is they'll knit it in a flat and then they'll go there and then they'll um connect it as a tube. Yeah, I think that one's really cool. I won't buy any more yarn until I use up all the yarn I have at home, I said. Then I laughed and I laughed. Yes, they make it yeah, they make it flat and then have to sew it on. And Dadman says, "Sorry it took such drastic measures to get you to a Mrs. Show, JT." Yeah, you don't have to do that, JT. You don't have to do that to come to my show. It's okay. I understand. Yes, yes. I'm still saying that about fabric, about yes. I have literally had to quit going to stores. And yeah, JT. Okay, I love this one too. This one is so cool. Is that not so cool? I just the creativity. And JT says, "I'm your most dedicated fan," with tears of laughter flowing down his face. And Penny says, Bucky, my grandson is keeping me busy." Hello, hello. But I love this one. They just took a vent probably or something and did that's just so clever. Exterminate, exterminate. Just think that's so oh, oh. And then an R2D2 post cover yarn bomb. I would some of these I just would hate to let them go. Yes, that was one for Hungry Boy. Yes, it was. But some of these you look at them, you go, I just it would be just hard for me to want to get 'em I'm kind of putting all the sci-fi fantasy stuff in a row here. Kind of someone needed a sweater for the Daleks. Yes. Yes, make sure you don't bomb things like fire hydrants though. Yes. Knit 1 standing by. Pearl 2 standing by. Yarn Wars. Yes, that was R2. And then there's a Star Wars meme. Yarn Wars. I love that. Knit 1 standing by. Pearl 2 standing by. Now, some of these yarn bombs, I know that they have to get permission. Well, they don't get permission, or they're asked. They might get permission, or they're asked to yarn bomb certain items because this one is so detailed that they actually, I think it was a commission or permission, but this bull, that is just amazing. I just, wow. So I made slipper today, no pattern needed. Yes, it is best to get permission. Yes. And yes, that was amazing. That bull. Yeah, this is for all those non-crafters out there that would like some yarn slippers. This is how you can make them. Shove your feet into skeins of yarn. It's that simple. Yes, that was the Merrill Lynch bull. Taking commission on those slippers. Yes. I'll sell you the pattern, Bucky. Oh, wait, there's no pattern needed. And yet it was the Merrill Lynch bull. I'm just going to let you look at that for a little bit because I first thought that only the chip bag was knitted. But the pigeon is knitted also. That is an amazing yarn bomb right there. Very talented. Yes, Becky said, I was sad for the pigeon for a second. Then I realized it's a yarn pigeon also. Yes, I agree. That was my favorite of like a scene bomb. I don't have too much yarn. I have two little closets. This one I think they did and just put it in the bike rack. But I just love the lace work on that. I picked this one because I love the lace work. There were some prettier ones, but that one I just lots of bikes get covered. Okay, Bucky. Crocheting with black yarn. It's like whatever that movie was where you had to be blindfolded. You couldn't look. Yes, that bike, the work on that bike was just crazy. And also anything with anything black, doing needlework on black fabric, needlepoint, cross stitch. Oh my gosh. Now this is kind of a lot like what a lot of yarn bombing is they put they either do this, they wrap pretty granny squares or just crocheted fabric around trees. Um, but that one is real pretty with all the flowers. And Bucky, this is for you. I turn strings into things. What's your superpower? Mm-hmm. It's 11:31 into 1:31 into the show, 11:31 in my neck of the woods. I'm so glad you all are here today. Oh, my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. I like things where it's like $20 an hour, 100 for black yarn. Yes. Okay, here's another neat yarn bomb. Are these benches adorable? I love those benches. Little eye pillows. And cute they are. And this, I have felt this so many times. Pull yarn from the center, they said. It'll make it easier, they said. Liars they are. Yes, get those yard vomits. Oh, oh, they just are so annoying. You are 12 hours ahead. It's 11:31 p.m. So where you're at, just change the A to, well, thank you for being up so late for us, Sashi. I just really appreciate that. And I hope this just ends your day on a wonderful, positive note. That's fantastic. I'm glad you're here. Yes, this has been the bane. I hate pulling yarn from the center. I will unwrap it. I will rewrap. I got a thing that can rewrap it, and I do that because I hate pulling it from the center. And this is the last one, and I love this one because you you call it, whoops, I call it yarn prolapse because it makes me laugh, and at that point, I need any positivity I can get. I'll have to remember that. And we have Jeremy 5, Russia approved. Hello, Mrs. Hello, Jeremy. How are you doing today? I hope today finds you well. So here, this is, I believe, our last meme. I love it because we can't have our bus stations being cold, so they made them a giant palm hat with a pom-pom on top. Is that not the most adorable thing you've seen? I just love that. I saw it different. I searched to make sure I got a picture where it really showed it at a good angle. I just think that is so cute. I've seen a little bit of yarn bombing where we're at. Not a whole bunch, but I've seen some. So that is our memes today. It is a 1:34, 11:34 in my neck of the woods. As I have been saying, the East Coast of the United States. Let's check our poll and see how it is going. Do not forget to vote in the poll. We have 15 votes. Corn on the cob is still first. Mexican street corn is second. Whole and creamed are in third as a tie. If you notice, there is a pinned link on the top of my page is for any information on if you want updates on Clobby from Clobbering Times. He did have a cardiac arrest, is in the ICU as of the last that I've heard. But if you want the most accurate updates, go there to and follow. There, those are from his son or family members. So as they can, they will post there. Um, that way you get it straight from the source and not multiple people later. Um, so I believe that is all of our show today. And I'm really working on this outro. But if you could please put your seats in the upright position, fasten your seatbelts, and raise your TV trays. We are descending into the real world. So please, as we lower our altitude and probably are going to encounter some mild attitudes as we enter the real world, please remember um, stuff that you have seen here and keep that smile on your face and that positivity um, throughout the day. And today is Say Hi Day, so spread some positivity just by saying hi and being kind. And um, it's easy to do. Um, Another way you can help spread some positivity is to help Team Park streamers raise $7,500 for Children's Hospital of Orange County. They've raised 5,215 the last I checked, which was last night. If you have already supported or can, if you could share this link that I'm getting ready to put into the chat here. Um, and just to the other social medias to get the information out. That would be absolutely fantastic. Also, tomorrow night, Wednesday at 10 p.m., late night with Dadman and friends. Come and just hang out with Dadman and have fun. The chats go wherever they're going to go, depending on, sometimes they're led by the chat. Dadman has some stuff planned, but who knows where it's going to be. Um, have some fun, a nice end of the day. And you can find that on Dadman's channel, DadmanWalking55, both on YouTube and Twitch. I have impromptu streams blocking out the boredom. They're build streams. I'm bored, so let's build something. Follow me on Twix, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, at MDadmanWalking and Threads at Mrs.DadmanWalking55. And I will post the times when I do those. And Sashi, thank you. Yes, that would be fantastic, and thank you for, coming over, and your evening to spend it with me and in our chat. It was lovely, and oh my gosh, that food looks absolutely delicious. I am going to, like I say, I'm gonna save that, recipe of that, and when I get home, I might try it. I'm really excited about trying it. So thank you, and yes, continue to share wonderful foods from Malaysia, I believe. I'm correct in where you said you were from, and that is fantastic. And Dabman says that that sounds wonderful. Also, my show that you're watching right now, Morning Musings with Mrs. Dadman Walking, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m., Sunday at 1 p.m. I will tell you, they will not be next Saturday for sure because I will be at this point going home. So I will be driving that morning. And I might do a stream like with Dadman once I get onto the main road where um, I don't lose signal all the time. Hopefully I will be doing a show on Sunday. And I can't wait to do that. But like I said, we have all this week, so we still got 3 more days of streams. So, but yes, we do puzzles, birthday celebrations, and memes, and we have a good time when we do this. Um, I am not monetized on YouTube. So if you'd like to support me financially, you can go to Kofi.com and do a one-time or a monthly donation. You can go to Throne and look, it's a wish list. And you can gift me something if you would like. It's really neat because it's privacy, where I don't know your personal information. I don't know your address. I don't even know it doesn't even put your real name. And you don't know my address or my real name unless I want you to. That's what's really neat about this. So you can safely send stuff. I have sent stuff to people. I have received stuff from this, and it's really a very, very neat site. And both of those are Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. You can also, if you on Twitch, you can join my channel and support me that way also. We have a P.O. box address. You can check my info section on YouTube or Twitch for that address. You can send stuff to me, DadmanWalking55, and to Angelo, um, our youngest, who is a streamer on Twitch. So everything goes. We check it. We've gotten stuff on there. It works really well. So do not be concerned about sending anything to that PO box address. We check it at least once a week. My streams and VODs. YouTube is at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55 with a period after Mrs. Twitch is Mrs. Dadman Walking, no period, no numbers. Reminders, Twix at M Dadman Walking, Threads at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. As I get more uh, social media things, I will post them, but that's basically all I can handle right now. So, yes, let's go ahead and let's check our poll and close it. We have 15 votes. We're going to close it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's end that poll. And let me see if it will, if I can find it. It's so frustrating. Let's see, how can we do this? Let's reload this and maybe it'll pop up there. Okay, corn on the cob, 73%, Mexican street corn, 13%, whole kernel corn and creamed corn are both at 6%. So corn on the cob is the winner, which is fantastic because it is National Corn on the Cob Day. So yes, yay, yay, yay. I believe we have pretty much caught up with the chat. And it at 1:43 into the show, 11:43 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States, I am going to say, see you next time. And remember to be kind, to show love. You're not promised tomorrow, so go to bed with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, or whatever it is in your neck of the woods. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.